You take the good, you take the bad, you mix them up, and then you have the forks of life, the forks of life, the forks of life. Live your best life, despite the struggles and the strife. Start wherever you are and live, love, and laugh. Today is brand new and it's never been seen before. So bring your fork along and face this day strong with the forks of life, the forks of life.
Decade age names and the generations. Every year, as another birthday rolls around, you are less and less likely to be thrilled. After all, too many candles on a cake is a fire hazard. That will definitely cause aging anxiety. Anywho, every landmark decade birthday has a name. I never knew that. Let me show you these names and their pronunciations. And Mr. Webster, do not come for me for killing the pronunciation. It ain't my fault we spoke Ebonics in my household, not Latin. You called me a quadragenarian? What? Well, if somebody does call you a quadragenarian, would you be impressed or would you be offended? Okay, before you want to go and try and fight somebody, don't do that. That just means that you are age 40 to 49. A quinquagenarian is probably just getting used to being called older. Maybe even becoming a silver fox. They are 50 to 59 years of age. Sexagenarian, that's me. I'm a fresh 60 and trying to figure out how to maneuver because I ain't never been this old before. But there's a couple of things I am realizing. I am officially the old people. Past oldie but a goodie. Next in line to die. Oh, hell no. I'm depressing my own self. And I digress, which is another sign of getting old. Rambling on and on. A septuagenarian is 70. I got nothing. Congratulations! Octogenarian. You're probably more familiar with this term. Think octopus, octagon, octomom. Octogenarians are 80 to 89. Nonagenarian. That's someone between 90 and 99. That's such a weird word. Why would you put non in front of these masters of life? I don't get it. And last, but certainly not least, are my heroes, the centenarians. They are the rare gems that have lived 100 years. That's what I aspire to. Drum roll, please. Someone who's lived to 110 years is called a supercentenarian. Actually, if you live to be 110, you can be called whatever you damn well please. Now that you know your proper name age starting from 40, the next thing we'll talk about is the generation you were born in. No matter what decade you're living in right now, there's always going to be a generation that you fit under according to your birth date. Note this, Every generation faces oversimplification and inaccurate stereotypes. In the following breakdown of generational categories, we'll discuss statistical trends that characterize a broad overview of the societal and cultural changes within each generation. In this analysis, the assignment is to interject our own personal traits into this journey of exploring who we are right now in the present. That is the elemental and perhaps the most crucial step in determining how to start where you are. From 1901 to present day 2024, each generation of individuals in the United States have been named. Greatest, silent. Baby boomers, X, Y, Z, alpha. From 1901 to 1927 is the time of the greatest generation, nonagenarians, centenarians, and supercentenarians. They are most known for being thrifty, working hard, and patriotism. They were the people most impacted by the Great Depression. They fought in World War II and defeated fascism. And they created the modern middle class. 1928 to 1945, the silent generation, who are now septuagenarians, octogenarians, and nonagenarians. This is the smallest group of all the generations due to World War II and the Great Depression. They are credited with creating the suburban lifestyle, and they, the silent generation, were hesitant to speak out against social issues of the MacArthur era. 1946 to 1965, baby boomers, who are now sexagenarians and septuagenarians. The baby boomers' generational span is the largest of all generations. They are known for optimism, idealism, hippie love, and rock and roll music. They were integral and present for most of the technological advances in the last 50 years. According to statistical data, 78% of boomers use Facebook and 67% use YouTube, yet they still lag behind younger generations in technology adoption. Notable boomer facts: they stay in the workforce until mid to late 60s. They fought fiercely for civil and women's rights. They are credited with the modern environmental movement. Generation X are quadragenarians and quinquadragenarians, known for their skepticism, independence, and entrepreneurial spirit. Gen Xers serve as a bridge from older populations to younger ones. They are known as the MTV generation and coined the phrase latchkey kids. It was a time when more women were in the workforce than ever before. Technology was rapidly advancing and divorce was on the rise. Gen Xers are credited with creating the internet, launching the dot-com phenomenon, and they brought us reality TV. 1981 to 1996, Generation Y, young quadragenarians. The Millennials, known for being tech-savvy, having expert social media skills, their creativity, and progressive thinking, and because of this, have been dubbed Generation Me. But on a side note, in my humble opinion, narcissism is a symptom of youth in every generation, period. Millennials grew up during the advent of the internet and personal computers. They have high levels of student loan debt, and many started their careers after the 2008 recession, which greatly impacted their earning potential. Financial constraints and changing social norms have caused millennials to delay life experiences, such as marriage, home ownership, and starting families. Generally speaking, millennials are socially conscious, empathetic, values-driven, and prefer experiences over material possessions. Exclusive achievements of millennials include electing the first black president of the United States, winning the fight for marriage equality, and raising awareness about climate change. Generation Z, 1997 to 2010. They'd be ages 14 to 27 today. Sometimes called Zoomers, they're the second youngest generation, making up about 20% of the U.S. population. Comfortable with technology, having been exposed to social media from birth. They were the first population to cope with cyberbullying and increased school-related violence. Gen Zers are known for their idealism, socially progressive views, and advocate for eco-friendly practices and equal treatment of others. They're the most diverse generation in American history. They use social media as a prominent activism tool, and they are the future of the United States. Generation Alpha is from 2010 to present time. Today ages newborn to 14. These are the youngest people in the United States. They were the first people born in the 21st century. They're destined to be the most racially diverse, technologically adept in our immediate future. And that wraps up this part of the background research on the generations. The next step in the process is to get present. Starting with y'all quadragenarians, good lordy, I'm 40-year-olds. Unite, peeps. Find your age name, then find what generation you were born in and link them together. For example, I'm a sexagenarian baby boomer. I'm 60 years old, and I was born in 1963. Now, my personal takeaway from the research is on technology, it's so very true that we boomers lag behind in technology, and personally, I don't care as long as I know how to get on YouTube, period. I remember a time that I used to consider myself a Googleologist until I had to sell my Cricket because Google couldn't instruct me on how to make it work. Another significant point that I realized about myself is that it's an okay thing to be just like everybody else. Because after all, every one of us is a human being. It's the journey that's unique and wondrous, filled with life, love, and laughter. And yes, tears and sorrows too. But that just makes the happy part so much sweeter. But you won't know if you aren't present. Make a conscious effort to focus in the moment and enjoy all that our lifetime has to offer. And for now, I'm going to leave it right here. We have no yesterdays. Time took them all away. Tomorrow may not be, but you still got today. Get your fork and start where you are. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me, to watch this LJ Self-Made Fork of Life video. If you got any value from it, give it a thumbs up for me and share it. I'd be honored if you considered subscribing to the channel and becoming a part of the village. Leave me a comment, ask a question, tell me something you want to discuss. I read all the comments. And until the next time, Village out.